Right. Now, we've managed to make a camp right outside this ridiculous horsemaster's farm, and a great deal of work has gone down around here, but tragically we still have a little bit more to do, so we still have to deal with these wolves. I shall imagine that is going to be quite bothersome, to say it the least. But where, oh where, am I to find this last remaining... There you are. This is going to be quite a bothersome trip, I'm sure. Nonetheless, I have managed to rally some people into order, so we should be able to set some camps around and make this asinine excursion at least somewhat more comfortable. And with that, I think you'll find that my mood is improving slightly. Very slightly and gradually. Nonetheless, I'm sure we'll make our way. I do have to say, the countryside around here is quite lovely in the mornings. Just look at that view, that is gorgeous. It's not exactly the outskirts of Watsontown, but, you know, not everywhere can be the outskirts of Watsontown. If it could, then I don't imagine we'd have much care for Watsontown. Well, that was a sound. It's quite a lovely overlook, I think. Let's take a look down here, see what we can find. Oh. Well, I'm going to have to deal with that at a later point, I'm certain. For now, let's just skirt around the outskirts of it. That is quite high in the sky, isn't it? For the moment, we can avoid it, so we shall. They're quite beautiful, these rifts, actually. Now, there are some questionable location names, but I fear that anywhere known as the Gully of Burnt Men is not going to be a pleasant route. Unfortunately, I see no other means of traversing the wall here, so... I sense there are some dangers nearby. Here we are, some wolves. Well, enjoy. Thankfully we can handle some wolves.
Make it take you.
Ah. That worked out quite nicely. Lead the drop. What? You want me to... I do wonder if there is anyone around here with an abundance of free time, because apparently I'm responsible for everything. Yeah. Hello? What's that? We did see a man there, did we not? So. Ah, I see. Now, this is certainly an area we don't want to be in right now. Let's try and make our way out. Just ignore them, just leave. We have other things to be dealing with. Oh, like one of these. Why not? Tragically, my immolate will do rather more harm than good, I fear. I'm sure Cassandra can take it. Let's just deal with this! Just a lesser terror. I'm sure we can deal with it. And goodbye to you. Yeah! That tingling sensation is getting to be rather appreciable, actually. We know where the other one is. Now we must find our way to the top of this hill. Unfortunately, I see only one viable means of doing so. But once we've done that, all we need to do is slaughter a few rabid wolves and we can happily get finally onto a horseback. Not a problem to deal with. No doubt, once we have managed to get our horses for this Inquisition, we will undoubtedly have 12 different other issues to deal with, which, no doubt, it will be entirely my responsibility. A responsibility I didn't ask for, but, well, might as well do some public good. Let's see, here's the river. The river seems to run right up through where we need to go, so let's follow the bank. It'll hopefully see us up. Ideally, without straying terribly close to that rift. I have no desire to deal with greater terrors or whatever else might come out of it. Back in the ravine. A cave. There must surely be a route up here. Perhaps closer to the ravine. Whom do you think to attack, fellows? So I think we must go that way. Oh, I see. Well, tragically for them, there's no means by which they can deal with that. Oh heavens, I'm surrounded. Fall back, fall back. Come now. Can't be getting ourselves caught. Greater terrors. Well, what did I say? Oh, this is not going to go well.
Solus needs help.
Solus can find his own way. I'm rather busy. Well, farewell to you fellows. I'm sure you'll have a grand old walk back to town. And I suppose now I get some peace and quiet. What am I to find in here? Interesting. Perhaps some apostates or some Templars to root. Huh. Let's make him in handy. Oh, look, you're all fine. Well, I'm glad you made it. mildly sorry I had to abandon you there, but it was one for all, after all. We still must ascertain how to surmount this peak. Perhaps we can find an area of the terrain to clamber over here. Oh, and of course there's a little bit more to deal with. With a rabbit. Forgive me, but I don't quite see the danger. Now, around here, we might be able to make our way up. There. Very good. Okay. A few more routes like that, and we'll be up here. Eventually. Yeah. Right. This is not the most difficult of trials I've dealt with. Though admittedly, doing so in armor is not the wisest of ideas. Just need to get a decent hold. Oh. I'm glad you're all getting decent footing. No, I don't think this is going to work out very well. Which does beg the question of how we... Why was that... Have I just been... Well then. That's mildly embarrassing, so we've just spent a good hour trying to climb an area we didn't actually need to remotely get close to. Well, wouldn't be the first time. Let's actually make ways towards the proper destination, then, shall we? I really wish we had, say, a scout to investigate this proposition, but... I have done some mild degree of rambling, it has to be said, but this is just beyond me. Don't bother them. Just pass through. We needn't deal. But apparently we will anyways. Very well. I'm going to suggest that we begin by lighting the man with the shield on fire. That seems wise to me. And then all manner of other deals for pain and misery.
Someone help that warrior!
Do kindly go away. I'm rather busy with your fellow.
One down.
One to go. Sooner or later, they all burn. That's what my father told me. Well, it's what my father demonstrated at the very least. Okay. Is there a route around to this precipice, or do I have to do more climbing again? Small bit of climbing, I think. And this is absolutely where we need to be. Good. Little higher. Very good. How far am I now? dreadfully close, but I fear a little bit off the mark. There's our destination. Just a little more. Scrabbling up rocks is rather undignified, I dare say. There we go. Finally. There we go. Watchtower locations have been marked. And now we need only deal with a large number of wolves. Well, it can't be any harder than getting all of these locations.